and let us all do we can to build a better future. Let's get started. Yesterday was the town hall in which Donald Trump eviscerated CNN. But before that happened, there was a time before the CNN town hall on May 10th, before that event took place. And at 7 a.m. in the morning on May 10th of 2023, apparently the big brain people in the DNC and in the Biden-Harris campaign decided to send out the most cringe fest ad ever. And again, look, folks, the Democrats are ill-prepared. They are ill-prepared for what will come next. They are not ready for what comes next. They're not prepared. They're going to get slaughtered. Can you imagine the amount of mental cartwheels that Democrats are going to have to go through just to promote Joe Biden? This video that I'm going to play is epic cringe fest and should convince all of you not to vote for the Democratic Party, because these people, these politicians in the DNC are not authentic. And they know how much of a failure Joe Biden is. His approval ratings are in the toilets. Kamala Harris's approval ratings are in the toilet. It's pretty pathetic and sad where we're at as a country. And this video came out at 7 a.m. in the morning yesterday on May 10th of 2023. Again, just remember, so before the CNN Trump town hall, this video came out. This video is no longer relevant after everything we saw on CNN. Brace yourselves and prepare yourselves, folks. This is the epic failure of the Democratic Party.
I'm on Team Biden-Harris.
I'm on Team Biden-Harris.
I'm Governor J.B. Pritzker, and I'm on Team Biden-Harris.
Joe Biden rocks.
Joe Biden has been a steady.
It's a club.
Joe Biden delivers.
I'm Chris Murphy, and I'm on Team Biden-Harris.
I'm on Team Biden-Harris.
Joe Biden is driven.
Joe Biden is transformational.
Re-electing President Biden is a BFD.
I'm Gavin Newsom. I'm proudly on Team Biden-Harris.
I'm Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego.
I'm Congresswoman Diana DeGette.
I'm Grace Mang.
Soy la congresista Silvia Garcia.
I'm Brendan Boyle.
And I'm on Team Biden-Harris.
I'm happy to be on Team Biden-Harris.
I'm on Team Biden-Harris.
I'm with Team Biden-Harris.
I'm on Team Biden-Harris.
I'm on Team Biden-Harris.
Joe Biden? Oh, he's ready.
That's the best you can do. He delivers. Let's have democracy in the chat. I know, controversial statement. Kit, what is democracy? I don't know. I don't even know what that damn thing looks like anymore. But, with 2 T's. Type 1 if you think, Kit, all those Democrat politicians, they convinced me to support Biden and Harris. We're on board with the Biden-Harris team. The plane's crashing, but we love it. We're on board. Type 2. Oh, my God. Thank you for reminding me why I don't vote Democrat, why I'm independent, why I vote third party. And yes, folks, I am not going to vote Republican. I'm going to vote third party and independent. I'm not going to waste my time and vote Democrat or Republican. I'm going to vote third party. I'm going to vote independent. I'm a free thinker. That's how I view things, and that's how it's always going to be. DNC ain't getting my vote. And thank you, Biden and Harris, for convincing me once again why I should not waste any of my time voting Democrat. God almighty. But here's the thing. It's funny, too, that even CNN, even before the town hall, because, again, this video came out before the town hall. We'll pull this video up. Shout out to Case Study QB. Be sure to follow him on Twitter. He's wrongly being censored. It's in regards to how, again, many Americans know that the two-party system, the Democrats and Republicans, are filled with scumbag people. They don't like us. They don't think about us. They don't respect us. Other countries have at least multi-parties. Other countries have at least an updated form of their democracy. We have the Electoral College antiquated. Let me play this video here for all of you.
There was a really interesting piece of sound from Charlemagne the God, which doesn't sound like something that I'm probably watching or listening to on a regular basis, but he is actually, no, it's not because it's famous, but it's actually a very astute take on politics very often. I want to listen to it real quick.
If people are saying that they don't want those people running, isn't this a democracy where we get to decide?
No, it's not. And it's a damn shame America don't have any other options because we're in a two-party system. Folks don't really want Trump. Folks don't really want Biden. We just stuck with what we got.
Yeah.
And that's a damn shame.
Agreed. 1,000,000,000%, infinity% agreed. Listen, I'm not going to tell any of you how to vote in this election cycle. That's your option. If you don't want to vote at all, great. What I will encourage and ask for all of you, especially those that are burnt out by electoral politics or don't want to vote, would you consider voting third party or independent? If you live in a ballot initiative state, please support good ballot initiatives. It's through ballot initiatives that in certain states, even in red states, that a woman's right to choose is still happening. Cannabis can be legalized and so much more. Citizen ballot initiatives are fundamental to democracy. I encourage all of you to please follow Roger Meadows. He's on Twitter. He talks about citizen ballot initiatives. Consider that. Now, if you want to vote Democrat or Republican, fine, but just remember this. George Carlin said it best. It's one big club and you ain't in it. The people who donate to the Democratic politicians also donate to the Republican politicians. They're friends with each other. Wall Street, big banks, corporations, the top 1%, hedge fund managers, they're the people who run the show. They don't like it. They don't think about you. They don't respect you. They dance and drink because they believe you are weak. The same people who control the parties also control our media. Get money out of politics. You don't owe these politicians your vote. They work for us, not the other way around. We are the masters. They are the servants. That's how it should be. And it's long overdue. These politicians are reminded about it.
First off, that's alarm bells material for the White House. They care what Charlemagne the God thinks. But what do you make of that argument? Well, I mean, this is the same thing that Charlemagne the God.
Now, hold on. Real quick here, too. Never forget, Joe Biden said to Charlemagne the God in 2020, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. Same Joe Biden.
I was saying in October of 2020, where he was saying, you know, I'm going in, I'm voting for Kamala Harris. I'm not really casting a vote for Joe Biden. But they'd had an open primary process in 2020, and Joe Biden had basically no support among operatives in the Democratic Party, no support among commentators. He led the polls the whole way through.
Are you talking out of your... Oh, I gotta avoid from swearing. Are you talking out of your wazoo, buddy? All right, let's just be very clear here. Joe Biden had everything working for him in the 2020 election, similar to Hillary Clinton. Now, yes, to be very clear here, there were corporate media commentators early on saying, oh my God, this guy cannot put together a coherent sentence. But as the Globe failed, Kamala Harris failed, especially getting smacked once, but twice by Tulsi Gabbard during debates and Kamala Harris's campaign going belly up. The failure of Pete Buttigieg, bet on my stork, Beto O'Rourke, and everybody else, eventually they went for Biden. Bernie Sanders, being the cucky that he is, allowed his campaign and his supporters to be screwed over by the DNC. He had a lot of support. And hey, Biden's been involved in politics for a very long time. Just a quick reminder who Joe Biden is. He's been on the wrong side of history. He didn't want his white kids with black kids. He was against busing and desegregation. He yelled and humiliated Anita Hill in front of the whole world. The same Joe Biden who helped make the crime bill and incarcerate Black and Latino families and communities, helped institute harsher policies for the war on drugs. Yeah, that's the same Joe Biden. Same Joe Biden who likes to do corrupt business dealings. Same Joe Biden who voted for the war in Iraq. Same Joe Biden who gave a eulogy to Strom Thurmond. Google up Strom Thurmond if you don't know who he is. His actions will surprise you. Same Joe Biden who sided with credit card corporations to make student debt what it is. Same Joe Biden said he doesn't have empathy for young people. That's who Joe Biden is.
Oh, I think he reflects a base of opinion within the party that likes his low-key style, and that low-key style, I think, appeals to a broader segment of the electorate than would be the case if they had nominated Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders or Kamala Harris. And so I think that, you know, Biden has never really quite gotten the respect that he deserved for how broad his appeal has been. And, you know,
people don't like him here, Mr. Mustache Man.
you see these polls that say people would prefer some other candidate, but then if you ask them about specific other candidates, those candidates don't beat Joe Biden in the primary. And so I think that, you can always conjure up in your mind some ideal candidate that you would have instead. I think a lot of people basically want Barack Obama back. You can't have Barack.
So want Barack Obama back? Well, hey, Barack Obama weighed in on that Super Tuesday. He made a phone call to Buttigieg and Klobuchar, and they dropped out and endorsed Biden. And then right at the wazoo happened the Bernie Sanders campaign, and then he went all in for his good friend Joe. Hey, Bernie, you remember Joe Biden being with you during all those civil rights protests, being arrested? Oh, wait, he wasn't, Bernie.
Barack Obama back. And I think, there's a reason Joe Biden won. And if he was actually weak within the party,
there's a reason why, and that is because people had Trump derangement syndrome. Corporate media was all in trying to get rid of Trump. And now that he's gone, hell, they're happy that he's back. They need that orange Cheeto line so desperately.
There's actually hunger for someone to replace him. He would be facing a serious primary challenge.
That's the key point. Eva, before you go, I think he's saying out loud on a very popular show what a lot of people are saying at home with their friends.
Absolutely. This sort of raw take mirrors, I think, the sentiment of a lot of voters that I speak to. I'm speaking to young progressive activists, and they say that this is going to be a tough sell.
Gen Z. Roe v. Wade died under Biden. The kids are still in cages. Young people, look. I understand a lot of people are afraid of Trump, but see, again, I keep on saying this, and I hope people understand this. There are professional politicians who have committed far worse crimes and heinous activities than Donald Trump. Trump, like a Saturday morning cartoon villain, tells you what he's going to do. Okay? Is he perfect? No. He's the last person who should be sitting in the White House, but I hope this keeps everybody awake, no matter how old or young you are, the color of your skin, or who you worship, or how you vote. There are politicians currently serving in Washington, D.C. that are far worse than Donald Trump. I could say that was a fact because they perfected the mask to lie to their constituents, to lie to their people. You think Trump's bad? There are far, far worse people than Donald Trump. They're out there hiding in plain sight. Some of them are probably your favorite politicians. Some of them are probably your favorite actors or actresses. Yes, there are people in positions of power who smile and wave, and you think, that's a good person. No, they ain't. Especially to young voters, you need to understand this too. The Democratic Party doesn't care about you. They're going to keep on asking for money, donations. There was one point the Democrats had a supermajority in 2008. They could have done something about Medicare for all. They could have done something to actually codify Roe v. Wade. You know what Barack Obama said? We don't got time for that. Can't do it right now. Not politically expedient right now. They don't care about the issues. They don't care about your struggling with student debt or medical bankruptcy. They don't care. Why they don't care? Because millennials, Gen X, and boomers had to find this out the hard way too, Gen Z. These politicians don't like us. They don't think about us, and they don't respect us.
To get, young progressive voters out to support President Biden again. So, Charlamagne is not speaking in a vacuum here.
Yeah. Thank you. Good.
It's going to be funny covering this election cycle. Democrats, keep on giving it to me. I love it. You're fumbling all over the place, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.